In 2026, you can build the AI part of an AI startup in a weekend for basically $0. So why do some of these startups still cost six figures to actually launch? And why do 9 out of 10 of them fall apart after the demo already worked? I'm Pargat. My company builds AI products for banks, governments, and startups. Real ones, in production, not slideshows. I've quoted, shipped, and cleaned up messes on more than 30 of these. So today, no fluff. Real dollar ranges, real stories from real builds, names off, numbers on. And the exact line items that quietly blow up every founder's budget. Let's go. Here's the myth everybody believes right now. AI got cheap. And it did. The brain, the part that thinks, used to take a team of PhDs and a warehouse of computers. Now you rent it by the sentence. A chatbot would have been a science project 10 years ago. You can wire it up over a cup of coffee now. That part is 100% true. The thinking is cheap now, but here's the trap. The AI works and the startup works are two completely different sentences. And the gap between them is where all the money and all the dead startups live. When I put a real price on an AI build, the AI itself, the thinking, the model, is usually less than 10% of the bill. Think about that. 90% of what you pay for has nothing to do with AI. It's the boring stuff nobody posts about. Getting real, messy, actual data in and out. Making it talk to old software built before the AI existed. The last stretch, the handful of weird cases that eat most of the time. Security, privacy, and trust. And keeping the thing alive without it confidently lying to your customers. Renting the engine is cheap. Building a car that won't kill anyone on the highway, that's the real bill. Every AI startup pays for 3 layers. Know which one you're actually buying. Layer 1, the wrapper. The AI plus a screen to type into. Days to a couple of weeks, a few hundred to a few $1,000. Here's the catch. Anybody can build this now, which is exactly why it's almost worth nothing. Your competitor built the same thing this morning. Layer 2, the product. Logins, real data flowing in and out, your own secret sauce, an actual problem solved start to finish. Weeks to months, this is where the costs get real and where a business starts. And then layer 3, the production grade. The version that survives thousands of real users, a hacker poking at it, and a government regulator asking questions, monitoring, security, the weird edge cases, the paperwork. A startup once handed us their app and said, "It's basically finished, just polish it." We opened the hood, 0 automated safety checks, a live pricing bug charging real people the wrong amount, password and secret keys sitting out in the open. Basically finished turned into a better part of a year trying to make it safe to actually run. That's the gap between a layer 2 and a layer 3, and almost nobody budgets for it. Okay, the part you clicked for. Not all AI startups cost the same, not even close. 6 types I actually build. Cheapest to most expensive, each with a real story and the surprise cost that ambushes founders. Type 1, the talking AI. $5,000 to $15,000. AI that talks to your customers, support bots, voice assistants, book me an appointment agents. Cheapest to start because the tools are everywhere now. We built an AI that phones every single sales lead the instant they raise their hand, day or night. Over 6 months, it made about 3,000 calls, talked to hundreds of real humans, booked a couple hundred meetings as well. Nobody on the team lifted a finger. We also built a talking assistant for a national airline that could handle bookings through a standard universal adapter. One of the first airlines anywhere to do it. The surprise cost, making it not embarrassing. The demo is easy. Handling a real human who interrupts, has an accent, mumbles, changes their mind mid-sentence, and making sure the AI never confidently makes something up. That's where the real money goes. Type 2, the document reader. $15,000 to $20,000. AI that reads messy documents and IDs and checks them. Think verifying who someone is for a bank, or a government checking a driving license automatically instead of by hand. A government body wanted to verify identity documents without a human squinting at everyone. We paired document reading tech with an AI brain that cross-checks the details against the records. What used to be a queue now became a few seconds. The surprise cost. Getting it right on the ugly real-world scans. Blurry photos, glare, coffee stains, plus all the privacy paperwork. When you're verifying someone's identity, being right 95% of the time isn't a feature, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. The last 5% is most of the budget. Type 3, the back office robot. $15,000 to $25,000. AI that quietly runs your operations. HR tasks, sorting requests, dispatching orders. Not flashy, but it's the easiest to sell because you can point at the exact salary it saves. A government department had a small army doing repetitive HR work. We built a system that automates the grind and only pulls in a human when something's actually unusual. The surprise cost? Plugging into the old software. The AI is the easy part, making it talk nicely to a 15-year-old system that nobody wants to touch. That's the project. Type 4. Expert in a box. $25,000 to $50,000. Take a rare expert, a doctor, a financial advisor, a specialist consultant, and turn their knowledge into a software millions of people can actually use at once. We're building a consultation super app that takes a very traditional, expert-heavy service and puts it in everyone's pocket. The kind of advice you used to have to book weeks ahead for, now on demand at a massive scale. The surprise cost, the expertise and the liability. You're not just renting a general purpose brain anymore. You're teaching it a specialty, and you are on the hook when it's wrong in a field where wrong has consequences. Higher floor, much higher ceiling. Type 5, the data engine, $50,000 to $100,000. This one's invisible to the public, but it's where the big money lies. Systems that figure out who your customers actually are across a device and a channel, which of your ads actually worked. It's not a feature, it's a platform other companies plug into. We are building exactly this, an engine that stitches your scattered, anonymous customer breadcrumbs into one clear picture so a business finally knows what's working. The surprise cost. It's heavy machinery from day one. Serious data, serious engineering, serious reliability. But it's also the highest value type. Customers pay every month and it's painful to rip out. You can spend more and you're building an asset, not a toy. Type 6, the media machine, about $50,000 to $100,000. AI that creates or transforms images, videos, and 3D. The most expensive and the most dangerous. We fly a drone around a real building and turn the footage into a 3D world you can walk through in your browser. First one costs a few $1,000s in gear and setup. After that, it drops to roughly $1,500 a building. Magic to watch, but there's a real bill behind the magic. We also prototyped real-time face swapping on video calls. Technically stunning, but the legal side, licensing. This is AI-generated disclosures, laws, deepfake rules, is a minefield that can kill the business before the tech ever fails. The surprise costs. Computers and lawyers. Heavy-duty graphics power isn't cheap. And the legal layer is non-negotiable. Budget for both or don't start. The line items that founders always forget. Whatever type you picked, here's the stuff that's never in a founder's spreadsheet. Every single time. 1. The last 20%. Getting to a demo is the easy fifth of the work. The other 4/5 is the weird edge cases, and it costs more than everything before it combined. One build was technically done, passed all the tests, and then sat stuck for months because the last mile integration is on the client side that wasn't ready. The AI was finished, the launch wasn't. Second, report cards for your AI. How do you know it still works next month? After the world changed, the model updated. If your answer is a customer will complain, congratulations. Your customers are now your testing team. So budget for constant checking. Third, the paperwork. Especially in money, health and government. This isn't something you bolt on later. It's the foundation. Skip it early and retrofitting it costs 3 to 5 times more now. On one project, the biggest risk wasn't the code at all. It was a licensing question the client hadn't sorted out. No amount of engineering fixes a legal problem. Fourth, a human on standby. Most good AI in 2026 isn't fully hands-off. Someone still reviews the tricky cases. This is an ongoing cost, not a bug. And pretending otherwise is how you end up in the news. Fifth, betting on one horse. The AI provider you built on can raise prices, shut down a model, or get beaten by a better one next week. If your whole company is welded to one of them with no escape hatch, that's a debt with interest. What I'd tell a founder before they actually spend $1. If you're about to build one of these 4 quick rules, that'll save you a fortune. 1. Don't pay to build what you can rent for a month. Wire up the cheap version first. Prove people actually want it before you spend the big money. 2. Spend on your data, not on a fancier model. A cheaper AI with your clean, specific data beats the world's smartest AI fed garbage. Every time. 3rd. Budget the boring 90% out loud. When someone quotes you just the AI, that's the tip of the iceberg. Ask what the launch, the safety, and the paperwork cost. If they can't answer, walk. 4. Pick the type on purpose. A talking bot and a data engine are not the same business, the same timeline or the same bill. Decide which of the 6 you're actually building, then price that. The real answer. So, how much does it cost to build an AI startup in 2026? To make a demo, almost nothing. A weekend and some credits. Which is exactly why your competitor's demo looks as good as yours and means nothing. To build the real thing that survives real users, real scale, and real regulators, anywhere from about 15,000 for a lean back office tool to about 100,000 for a data engine or a media product. But here's the answer that actually matters. The cost was never the AI. The cost and the thing nobody can copy is the boring 90% everyone skips. The data, the plumbing, the last mile, the trust. The founders who win in 2026 aren't the ones with the cleverest prompt. They are the ones who budgeted for the boring stuff before they fell in love with the demo. I build these for a living, for banks, governments, and founders who need the demo to survive the real world. If you're pricing out an AI build and you want a real number instead of a vibe, the link's below. And if this just saved you from a 6-figure mistake, please subscribe. I break down what production AI actually costs, one real build at a time. The thinking is free now. Knowing what to do with it, that's the whole game. Click on the link below to book a direct call with me.